Hi, I'm Reverend Janet Miller, and welcome to Minister Miller's Musings, where you hear the most amazing, amusing stories. But today, this story is going to be how I landed a job at a local family-owned casino. I was cleaning houses, and one day I heard in my head to call this owner of a casino that had just met about 2 or 3 weeks before that at a spiritual seminar that I had attended. I knew a few people that knew him, and so I didn't have his number myself, but I made some phone calls, and they said they'd contact him, which they did, and a couple days later I got a call from him. I did explain to him I had no clue why I was calling him other than I heard in my head, which I consider a message from God, to give him a call. And he said he was out of town. His son was running the casino, but as soon as he got back in town, he would call me and set up a time for me to meet both of them. Well, he did exactly that. In about a month, he called, set up a time. I went to the casino, but on the way to the casino, each time I was stopped at a light, I heard, "Be open." So again, that's another message from God. So as I was driving, I just kept saying to myself, okay, I'll be open, I'll be open, I'll be open to receive whatever shows up, not knowing why I was exactly going there. But being a minister, I was hoping that I could get into the field of doing weddings and things like that. So I thought, well, maybe he was thinking about having a small chapel there and doing weddings. When I got to the casino, I was taken upstairs to the meeting room, walked in, and there were three men in there for the meeting. The owner, his son, and the director of the casino. They told me to take a seat, and I did, and unbeknownst to me, I was there for an interview, which lasted probably about an hour. They asked me all kinds of questions about myself, my background, and before I left, they said they'd call me in a few days because they needed a position filled that was in management. Now, I had never worked at a casino before, and I'm like, well, I've never worked at one, I say to them, but they said they would train me. And a few days later, they gave me a call and offered me the position. I took it, and I ended up working there for 5 years. It was challenging. It was very challenging, but a venture that was so much fun. I ended up learning a lot while I was there. And I guess if I had a moral for this story, it would be not to judge anything that shows up in your environment. If you hear something that your mind stirs your mind and you think, maybe I should check into that. To always check into things that you hear from other people, even in your own head, like I do, and follow through with it, because you never know where one thing leads to another. And I really think that's how life becomes an adventure. Have a wonderful, miraculous day. Thank you.